Anyone got an accordion?
Like a surgeon. Hey! Getting for the best.
What can I say? I'm full of surprises.
I can hear your heartbeat.
So yeah, it's been a while since we've done like a full-on review, and we're back with it on a. I don't even know. I'd say it's an unexpected one. Weird, the Al Yankovic story. So yeah, we both watched this. In case you don't know what it is, it's the Weird Al biopic, and the whole joke is that it's a parody of other biopics.
It's weird.
You know, usually what biopics do is they take the life story, the career story of a certain artist, and they tell it in a sort of like overly dramatic, like this is kind of what happened, but in an overly dramatic way. And this movie took that concept and ran with it in a way that I thought worked really well. Because watching it, I kind of thought like, okay, I get the joke. You know, they're exaggerating something that didn't happen. This could get old, but as it went on, it just got better and better. Like I didn't ever get tired of it. It just kept on going, and I was like, I kind of love this.
I would watch Weird Al biopic 2.
Yeah. Oh yeah, me too. So Daniel Radcliffe plays Weird Al, and just cutting to the chase about where it goes, I really thought the approach was funny, that like they didn't just do it again. They didn't just do it how it probably happened in real life. They did it in a way where it was like Weird Al is like the best artist in the world.
He's like literally the best artist of all time.
Weird Al starts taking the world by storm. Madonna wants him to do a parody of her song like a virgin, and ends up dating him and just basically like puts him on a downward spiral.
She ends up the like head of the cartel.
I love how like weirdly violent it got at a certain point.
That wonderful Michael Jackson parody that you did, huh?
That's not a parody!
The way that they went about him writing like his hits were just really
hilarious.
Like I don't know how they came up with it, but it was just really funny to see, because
outrageous things.
Outrageous. Dr. Demento, played by Rainn Wilson, gives him guacamole with LSD.
Oh my gosh, that's one of the parts that I just wrote down. I was like, okay, I gotta remember this. This guacamole tastes kind of weird. Of course it does. It's laced with LSD.
And then that inspires him to write Eat It. And I love their approach to this, how like it's not a parody. Michael Jackson did not write Beat It yet. He gets a phone call while he and Madonna are like at dinner or something, and he's told that Michael Jackson did a parody of Eat It, and he starts slamming the phone like on the like counter or table or whatever it was. Like the way that Daniel Radcliffe played like an enraged Weird Al was so funny.
I don't think it's even about food. It's about fighting, or
trying to avoid a fight. I'm not exactly sure.
What gives him the right?
Other random things, I really liked how it was so clear that Daniel Radcliffe was not singing at all. They did not try to do any like variation of the song where it was him singing. It was literally just Weird Al's voice.
Oh, my little hungry one, open up a package of my banana.
Literally just Daniel Radcliffe lip syncing to Weird Al backing track.
Like a surgeon.
He starts out with like his friends or roommates as his band, and which by the way, I really like. I watched this like a week or so ago, so I don't remember the line, but I remember early on in the movie, one of his roommates, I think like Steve or something, is talking. They're all talking about what they want to do in their lives, and he says something about like driving like on the interstate in the wrong lane, like not knowing if he'll live or die or not. And then Weird Al's like, "Oh, Steve."
I was driving down the wrong side of the 101 with my eyes closed, not knowing whether I was going to live to see another day or die in a horrible fiery wreck.
You get it, Steve.
Oh, wow, Steve.
Oh wow, Steve.
The like genuine concern.
concern.
Yeah, for Steve. I also love in that scene when he writes comes up with My Bologna, how like the track is like repeating and it just sticks on my Sharona, and like he's just like my
He's like pointing at the Bologna.
the way that they like had him like come up with the lines
The
were like
bologna.
I think it's like Steve's bologna, and it's like, do you mind if I use this for sandwiches? And he's like, yeah, like opened up a package of my bologna. It's so like every time they did that, I was like, ah. Like,
I see it coming together.
I see.
Steve, this bologna has your name on it. Can we?
Yeah, sure. Just open up a package of my bologna.
I love how the way that each song came to be got progressively more ridiculous was so funny but crazy. For example, Like a Surgeon, when he gets in the car accident, which, by the way, the shot of him in the car where he's not driving, he's not looking at the road, he's like trying to light a cigarette or something, made me laugh so hard because it's so ridiculous, because he's like trying to light a cigarette for like a little bit too long to where it passes the point of like, I don't know, it passed the point of like, okay, he's gonna crash right now. And he crashes, he almost dies, and then he comes back to life like screaming, having the idea for like a surgeon.
Time of death, 7:30.
Quick! I need some paper and a number 2 pencil.
But yeah, I really liked how this movie was put together, just how like it's obviously a comedy, but throughout its entirety, it's like put together and composed as if it's supposed to be dramatic.
Yeah.
Like even from the beginning, where like, you know, his father like doesn't want him to play the accordion, and he breaks his first accordion and stuff like that, and it's so dramatic, and like he gets brought home from the polka party at a young age. And what was the line? It was like, we found your son at a polka party with an accordion or something. It's just so like
it's illegal or something.
It's played so dramatically, but it's funny because like it does, for the most part, it isn't like they don't say a dramatic line and then look at the camera like it's funny. Like the entirety, they play it like it's a drama.
Serious.
I'm a train wreck. My parents wrote me off. I pushed away my band. You're all just a bunch of normals. I'm the weird one.
At the end, he literally gets assassinated. Which I was building up to that. I love. He literally dies at the end, and then it does the text Weird Al was assassinated on like whatever like whatever day, or like it was like 2 a.m. when I was watching it. I was just dying.
Weird Al Yankovic was assassinated at the Shrine Auditorium in 1985.
I think
but his music will live on forever. Madonna Saccone is still at large.
And I love at the end how she goes to his grave and his hand comes out of the ground too.
Yeah.
I'd watch a sequel of Zombie Apocalypse Weird Al.
Oh my gosh, it's Zombie Weird Al.
But yeah, all in all, if you at least like know anything about Weird Al or enjoy his music or whatever, I recommend watching this. It's free on Roku. You can literally watch it on your phone. I don't know. I thought that it was a very enjoyable movie, consistently funny if you like the type of humor they're going for.
It's funny how enjoyable it was to watch, and like how actually genuinely funny it was.
Yeah.
Even though it's just completely outrageous.
Honestly, if I had to rate this for the assassination alone, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. That's where it could have crossed the line, but like I loved it. I don't know. If I had to rate this movie, I'm always really generous on the movies that we watch if I like them. So like again, like I said, just based on how it ended, I'd give it a 10. I'd say like a 9 or a 10, just based on my personal enjoyment of it.
It's just hilarious. So I don't know if I can give it anything below a 9. Okay, I'll give it a solid 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah, I'd say the same. 9.5 out of 10.
9.5. Boom. Great movie. If you know who Weird Al is, go watch this movie. It's actually hilarious. But yeah, that's about all I got to say.